Hey everyone! Welcome back! I am back today with more Attack on Titan. You guys, I am so excited to be watching today. If you're joining me early, you know what it means. It means you are one of my awesome patrons. Thank you so much, and as always, I'm sending you up those big old hugs right through that screen. And if not, still thank you for joining me today. I'm glad you're here. I do hope you'll consider supporting me that way. The link to my Patreon is going to be in the description down below. So I so enjoyed the last episode of Attack on Titan. I was just saying I wanted to know more about Kenny and kind of get more of an idea of like what his backstory was. And they did not disappoint with the previous episode. We got to see really kind of like a brief history of what brought Kenny to this point and kind of what his motives were. And I was totally off in thinking that he wanted power out of the injection. What it really was is he kind of wanted to see the world through, you know, the eyes of the people he had observed kind of being changed in terms of like peace and compassion and their feelings on that after, you know, having inherited all these Titan powers, Titan memories, founding Titan memories and all that. We know he was pretty close with Historia's uncle, Uri, I think his name was, the Rod Race's brother. And you know, having that friendship did kind of like get him intrigued about feeling those feelings because his life experience had been so very different, and he just kind of wanted to see what it would be like to, you know, he was saying in the last episode, like, where'd you even find time to talk about all that BS anyway? Peace and love and all this. But we didn't get much insight into why the first king would want the Titans to keep going and everything. But through the comments, I have been able to kind of like talk out kind of a most plausible theory, which is that it's less of a mind control when you inherit those Titan powers and more of like an understanding that you get through having all these like memories of, you know, everyone who's passed it down. So it's not like a direct like brainwashing, but it is sort of like a conversion in a manner of speaking. But I just loved the last episode. We got to see Levi's backstory a little bit, which was heartbreaking, and the two of them, I don't know if I call it reconcile, but like Levi at least got to ask, why did you abandon me? And it was all because Kenny just felt he would have been a really crummy father. But at the same time, like, to be abandoned in a horrible world like that, it's just, you can see like the way that Kenny thinks and the world that he's lived in and everything, why he would be so intrigued by the concept of like compassion and peace and love and everything. It's just so, it would seem so like out of the ordinary to someone who had lived his life. So I was so glad that we got a Kenny episode. We also got a couple of other things last episode. We got Historia, my queen, being like sworn in. What do they call that? Coronation, not sworn in. That's like what they do for presidents and stuff. But we got that, which was great. We got a little scene with her and Levi that like didn't make a lot of sense to me at the time. But again, through the comments, like folks have explained to me that I don't know if this happened on the show or if it was just like kind of too brief and I didn't catch it, but apparently Levi had kind of like given her a hard time to try and like motivate her or something, and so Mikasa was like, give him heck, and she went up and was like, I love it. She's so fierce. I love her. Okay, last but not least, we got a little glimpse at the end of the Beast Titan, and when I went and like skimmed it over to just like kind of refresh myself for today's episode, I noticed the Beast Titan said to Reiner and Berthold, okay, I won. So I think they had just fought, because like Reiner was in bad shape. It looked like he had just been like defeated. And the Beast Titan was saying like, okay, we're gonna save Annie later, but for now we need to get the coordinate, and like he'll come to us. And something I had already kind of known, like put together, that the blonde not yet guy was the Beast Titan. I think just because like last time we saw him, he was kind of like on top of the Beast Titan, but then people pointed out like, well, the Beast Titan was like smoldering. He had just like emerged from the Beast Titan. But now we know for sure he's the Beast Titan. So I don't know what that whole deal is. I've said for a while, like I just really don't believe that like Reiner, Berthold, and Annie put all this together themselves, or like it kind of seems like they were raised into the whole warrior clan like position kind of thing, because we know Annie's father was like training her and everything, but at the same time, like it's just really hard to believe they weren't getting direction from somebody. And now to me it kind of looks like the Beast Titan is the one who's been pulling the strings. So I can't wait to know more about that. I am in the last episodes of this half of the season now. I'm about to watch Ep 11, I believe, of season 3. As you're going to be able to tell from my duds, I am going to be watching episode 12 today as well. And I know I just want to like lay it out there for everyone that thank you so much, guys, for warning me about the opening theme that's going to start with episode 13. I will not be, when it comes on, I'll just be like this. I'll just be staring into space and talking to you guys. I am a little concerned about like trying to skip back and forth with like, just because like I have some issues sometimes with streaming it when I do that. Like even when I pause to read the information we can share so far, like sometimes it'll kind of like mess up a little bit after that. So it's just gonna play, and I'll hear it and I'll just look away and just know that it'll be, I think, 5 or 6 episodes before I can jump in and watch it. So I just want to put that out there because I know a lot of you have been mentioning that because you really want to stop me from seeing anything spoilerish, which is so awesome. Thank you for that. And that's what I'm going to be doing. So, all right, guys, let's jump in and figure out what the heck is going on the next episode of Attack on Titan. Let's go. Oh my God, you guys. Can we talk about that episode? All right, aside from the obvious, adorable, chibi Eren, which I will be losing my mind about for a while now, I didn't think that story was useless at all. I thought that actually connected a whole lot of things very, very well. So I know we've seen that guy like around. I just never, when they don't like put a lot of stuff into context, it's just kind of like, well, you guys know. You already know that from watching me. But now, like, I remember that Eren had that flashback, and I remember that guy being there when Eren was first trying to get his maneuver gear working. And, okay, so let's talk about Grisha a little bit, because Grisha had no memories except that he was a doctor and his name. He was found outside the walls. What does that mean? Is it possible that Eren's dad had also, I don't know this for sure, like it's possible like he just had a normal lifespan and was a Titan from, I don't know, from whatever. Like we don't really know how other Titans became Titans. That's actually something, that's like one of the things I kind of need filled in. We know about like the first king now and the race family, but we don't really know, like, was it the race family that like created a whole herd of Titans, or was it someone else? Or we know that Ymir was a Titan that wandered outside the walls. Was Grisha part of like that crew? I don't know. So is it, one thing I was thinking was, is it possible like he also wandered for like years and years and years and lost his memory. Like, maybe he wandered for 60 years the way Ymir did. I'm just, like, I'm going with, like, he must have been part of Ymir's crew, but I have, like, nothing to back that up. He could be from literally anywhere. I have no idea. Like, that's just a big blank spot. I don't know if it's been, you know, addressed later on or anything. If it has been, then I'll find out, so don't worry. Or if it's just like one of those things that's gonna be like, maybe it will be. Maybe it'll just be like a forever mystery. I don't know. But wow, oh my god, so many things brought full circle. So he turned and said to Grisha, like, this is your fault. Did he just mean because he's a Titan? Or had Grisha turned other people into Titans? Or, you know, trying to think. Because he didn't... We don't know that he never regained his memory. Like, did he remember? And was he from, like, the same tribe as, like, Reiner and Bertholdt and the Beast Titan and all them? I don't know. Was he the one who turned all of that? I have no idea. Again, mysteries abound. Or maybe he just simply meant because he knew he was a Titan. It's like, well, this is a Titan issue. I'm deferring this to you. I don't know. The guy was pretty bitter because he felt that he wasn't, you know, special or chosen or, and you know, like a big theme they've been building up, and that we talked about this a few episodes back with Eren, like feeling like, am I important? Am I not important? You know, his mom made a great point. If you're born into the world, then like, it doesn't, not like, life is a gift, you know? Life is a gift, and what you do with it is up to you. And I think that's kind of like what they're getting at. I felt with Eren for a while that, you know, if you're determined to do something extraordinary, then that's important. It doesn't matter if you're naturally like, you know, what does that even mean? That, like, naturally you're just a special person or a chosen person. Like, what does that even mean? You know? Because, like, take John, for example. John was just some dude, you know, and was pretty set on joining the military police and just kind of coasting out the rest of his life. And John has done some really special things and been a part of a special crew. And I would dare to say he's been a pretty special guy. So it's like, what is this ephemeral, chosen one specialness? I mean, is there actually like, I don't think he was being literal and meaning like a chosen one, you know, like somebody chose these people. This is like preordained. Maybe he was. I don't know. I've seen a lot of crazy stuff on the show that is entirely possible that all this was like preordained somehow. But I mean, if you're just talking about like, you know, Smith devised these ways to kind of reduce casualties. And I mean, even Smith has tons of casualties, but like compared to this other commander that we saw in this episode, like it was kind of a thing that while he was kind of charging in and losing a lot of people and Smith wasn't to that degree, you know, is that because Smith was a chosen one, or is that just like, I don't know, because it feels to me like, you know, you can almost kind of use that as like, well, I'm not special. So I just, kind of the way Hanji was saying, like, you know, I can't do anything if you've already kind of cut yourself off from being able to maybe help and do something important. If you're just like, well, what can I do? I'm, you know, no, it's like, you could always, you always have a choice, you know, like you can always decide to help people and stand up for people and everything. And like, even if like, you're not particularly inclined in a certain way, you know, I don't know. That's just, I'm inferring a lot of philosophical stuff on this episode. I found it very interesting. This particular character's philosophy on, you know, feeling important versus not important. So maybe you guys have I'm sure you guys have some interesting thoughts about that as well. I can't wait to hear them. And maybe that is like a misinterpretation on my part. Maybe by chosen one, like he literally means like it's written in some prophecy or something. I don't know, but I don't think so. I think, he just meant like there were some people who just were extraordinary and some people who weren't. And, Interesting stuff. Good to know his story. Good to know, like, man, are they bringing things full circle. He broke the gear. He broke Eren's gear. Hi, guys. I had forgotten all about Eren's gear from, like, what, episode... I don't even remember, of season 1. It was a very early episode to try and prevent Eren from, you know, kind of going further with his plan to, you know, embark on some dangerous stuff, I guess. Wow, but so that guy, oh, he knew he was a Titan. He knew the whole thing. Oh, man. Wow, I cannot wait to go back and, like, watch all of his appearances and be like, oh my god, that's the guy. And, like, he's just standing in the background, like nothing, but now I'll know, like, just the importance of his standing in the background. Oh, my lord. Oh, my lord. Can I just say, like, the author of this is so clever in, like, plotting out the tiniest, most insignificant details and just, like, fleshing them out and bringing them full circle. So, all right, guys, I'll stop ranting because I want to get to the next episode, but that was great. Like I said, I can't wait to hear what you guys think about it, too, because this is, it's such a, like, I feel like we've gotten so philosophical now. It's very fun to have an in-depth discussion about this, so I'll be looking forward to that. But I can't wait for the last episode. That was great. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed watching along with me, and I hope you enjoyed the episode as much as I did. I had a blast with it. Thank you so much for joining me. Please be sure to join me next time, and we will watch it together. Bye for now, guys.